Mining obsidian has to be my least favourite thing to do in Minecraft. I mean, you have to find a big lava lake, keep placing down water, often you'll lose some of the obsidian you mine into the lava, and it takes like ages to do. Plus, it's kind of difficult to get to, like you have to find the lava lake in a cave, and then keep getting back to that cave to get all your items together, and even with efficiency 5, it does take a long time. So, to be honest, all of that got me thinking maybe there was a better way to actually get obsidian, and I've come up with a great one. Not only is this going to be a much quicker way to get obsidian in your world, but it's 100% renewable, so you actually have an infinite source of obsidian. I know it sounds a little bit too good to be true, but trust me, it's not. Let's jump into it. It's actually not as difficult as you may think. So, where is one place where you're guaranteed to get an absolute ton of obsidian all in the same place? It is, of course, the end. You've got these massive pillars of obsidian right here, and obviously mining these is a lot easier than going around to all the caves, having to fill in the lava pits and all of that kind of stuff. The good thing about them as well is you can mine them all in such a small area here. You can set up beacons nearby, so that's kind of useful as well, and a lot easier to do than doing it in a cave. But, as I did say, this is a renewable source. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mine out a little bit of obsidian here to show you how this works. But essentially, if you mine obsidian out of these towers, and then you respawn the dragon, these towers regenerate. So we're just going to do like a crazy little pattern here so we can tell from the ground level that, it's been mined away and that sort of thing. That way I can show you very clearly when I respawn the dragon that they do regenerate. So this should probably do it, and we'll fly down here. Now, of course, if you were trying to be efficient, you would make sure that you mined all of this. So what I'm going to do is let's grab a little bit of this stuff, just so we can sort of put a marker on which one we've mined. So there we go, put that one right there. I'll grab that obsidian, because I do actually need a lot of obsidian, which was the inspiration for this episode. But yeah, so you can see there's a little bit missing out the top. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see it. It's like a rugged kind of thing. So we'll do a before and an after shot. So next thing I'm going to do is gear up, and then show you guys how you can respawn the dragon. And from there, I'll show you guys how these things respawn. And of course, when they do that, that means you can literally mine all of them, and get an absolute ton of obsidian, and again using the beacon would be a good idea, and then after that you can just respawn them all and do it again as many times as you like. So literally an infinite amount of obsidian, and of course if you keep defeating the dragon you'll get tons of XP as well for doing it, kind of as a bonus. Okay, so to respawn the dragon you're going to need these things here: 28 glass, 4 eye of ender, and 4 gas tier. And the reason being is because you're going to need to make 4 of these. These are end crystals. So there, we have 4 of those. Very good. Next up, what we need to do is go over here, and we need to place these down. Now, I've just covered this in because we're going to show you how to get the dragon egg in a second, because you're going to need that if you haven't done it already. But basically, we can place one down here, just like this, and it sets on fire. So that's the animation you'll get if you've done it correctly, which is simply just placing it on bedrock. And number 4 is going to go over here, just like this. Now, there's the dragon egg up on top with these 4 around it, and you can see you've got this cool animation going on. And this is going to respawn the dragon. So if you're going to do this, you want to be prepared to fight the dragon, because that's obviously the next thing that's going to happen. So I'm going to get all of my gear on here. You can see I brought all my stuff, and we're going to go ahead and take out the dragon. However, what I wanted to show you as well, what this episode is all about, is that this tower right here now is completely redone. So we've got the before and the after. We just got our goal there of respawning the dragon, but this has completely respawned all of the obsidian in this tower. So if you were to take down these towers, you can get an absolute ton of obsidian that way, and then of course it will respawn, and it's good times. So very useful. So I'm not sure if I made this clear or not in my video, and I just wanted to go over it just to make sure you guys understand. Basically, if this is your endport right here and the dragon is dead, you're trying to respawn him, you place your crystals down on these 4 blocks, right? So if you place them all down there just like that, you don't need the egg on top, right? You can see here the animation is still happening, and it's going to go ahead and respawn all of these things in and respawn the obsidian, and then bring the dragon back to life. So if you have the eggs somewhere else in your world and you want to keep it there, that is absolutely fine. The dragon will still spawn in. So I'm just going to wait for these to complete, and then we'll see the dragon. And there it is, guys. We've got a dragon. He's flying exactly away from me, which is not helpful. There he is, dragon right there. So I'm in a creative world to just showcase this very quickly, but I just wanted to make that point because it could have been misleading in the other clip. So we can now go and get all of our experience here, that this wonderful dragon has just dropped for us. So we got a load of experience there, and the dragon is gone, and we can now mine these obsidian pillars with ease without worrying about being killed by the dragon. And of course, once we get rid of all these pillars, we can, not only will we have an absolute ton of obsidian, but we can do the whole thing again. So I'm pretty happy with that. I gotta say, it's a nice thing to do, right? Have an unlimited amount of obsidian like this. So that is my new method for getting obsidian. I've got to say, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a pretty good one. If you agree, if you like this episode or you like this method, please do consider liking and subscribing because it is greatly appreciated. But for now, that's about it. We set out we achieved what we set out to do, is what I'm trying to say. But that's the end of this one, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.